All right, so tonight's episode, picking up where we left off yesterday, limiting beliefs. This will be the I think I'll wrap it up with this one. These are kind of like my top three that we discussed. So yesterday we talked about fear of failure, right? And so kind of in tune with that is the next one, kind of in my top. And it might be in some others' top too. Know what it is? I don't have what it takes. I don't have what it takes. How many times have you told yourself that? Or, said another way, I can't do this. Can't. Can't is a dirty 4-letter word. I like to say that in the gym because it's true. Generally, we get in our heads that something is unattainable because of XYZ reason, right? The reality is that somebody in a worse position than you started doing something differently and made it better for themselves, right? It's just a matter of doing versus I can't or I don't have what it takes. All right? We all do. And in line with the fear of failure I talked about last night, it's like you're scared of jumping because you think it's not going to work out. Or you're telling yourself that you physically can't do it when we have this whole world available to us at our fingertips. This little thing right here that I'm talking into does amazing things. Google is pretty awesome. Or the internet. Can teach you a lot of things. YouTube is fucking phenomenal at teaching you things. If you don't have any idea, you can at least get a baseline. So, I like to say that I can't is just an excuse because that's what it is. Most limiting beliefs are just an excuse. While I was researching this topic a little bit, I found a little paragraph I wanted to read you that was pretty interesting in relation to don't have what it takes. Guys, we all have what it takes, but we just don't map it out. We don't keep it in front of our faces. We don't align ourselves with a specific goal in what it is that we want. Instead of saying, I want this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to chase after it, we say, I can't do this. I don't have what it takes. So here's an interesting study. In 1979, the Harvard MBA program conducted a study where graduate students were asked, have you set clear written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? Only 3% had written goals and plans. 13% had goals, but they weren't in writing. And 84% had no goals at all. Can you believe that 84% of people that graduated from an MBA program from Harvard, like one of the top schools in the country, y'all, 84% had no goals at all, admittedly. 10 years later, the same group was interviewed again. The 13% of the class who had goals but did not write them down was earning twice the amount of the 84% who had no goals. So by simply just imagining something, they doubled their outcome. Now here's the kicker. The 3% who had written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97% of the class combined. 10 times. Right? So let's just do some quick math on that. Just for instance. The average income in the United States, I think, is like $55,000. I think. Could probably look that up. That may be above average, but whatever it is. Let's just say it's 55 for giggles. Hell, we could say it's 35. 10 times that. $350,000, $550,000 a year. Simply, now it helps that, I think it helps that, People can do that all day long. The reality is they put their goals down. They chased after them. They had a plan. And they didn't say, I can't do this. They may have stopped along the way and been like, this is hard. I can't do this. But they picked up their fucking bootstraps and they kept moving. 10 times as much as the other 97% of the class combined. In order to achieve success, you need to first commit to making a change. Okay? Therein lies the problem. If you want to do something, you have to commit to it. If you want to lose weight, you have to say, I'm going to lose weight. You have to get this shit out of your house. That's junk. You have to move. You have to commit. If you want to make money, you have to map it out. You have to do your job. You have to go beyond. There you go. And setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Right now, take a moment to map out your goals. Make sure the results you want are moving toward a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and anchored within a time frame. Let's go back through that. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and in time frame. Does anybody recall what that is? It's an acronym. SMART goals. If you've never heard that, look it up. Goals are in direct alignment with success. And whatever you consider success. A few days ago, I talked about what I consider success and how it has layers in certain areas. In my relationships, I have goals with my wife and my family and what I want to achieve. Where my success falls in line is directly in alignment with those goals that I have. Business. I have business goals. My financial position is in direct alignment with those business goals. If you want to fucking win, and you want to win big and win often, start talking yourself in a different direction. Stop saying, I can't do this. Stop saying, I don't have what it takes. Start saying, I fucking got this. I can do this. And let's map that shit out. Cool?